Alright TM Nation, this is the newly released Soundcore Boom 2 Plus Bluetooth speaker that I put through all of my normal testing, and thinking about it, this year so far has been a really good year for medium-sized Bluetooth speakers. Up until I got this one, the Tribit Stormbox Blast and the W King X20 speakers were my favorite all-around medium-sized Bluetooth speakers within this size range and price range. But for reasons that I'll talk about a little bit later on in this video, this may be a better choice for you than those other two because it's certainly smaller than the W King X20, but it also sounds a little bit better in my opinion than the Stormbox Blast. The form factor of the Boom 2 Plus is not huge, but it does give you 140 watts of power in a package that you can easily pick up and take with you while you're on the go. It does come with a detachable strap that makes it simple for me to pick up and move around my home and even take with me outside to wash my car or do yard work. I do have multiple sound tests for you all a little bit later so that you guys have an idea of how this thing performs, and I'll also go over the things that I think that you need to know if you're on the fence about picking one of these up. But for the highlights, it's packing two 2-inch drivers and two 4.5-inch woofers. It is compatible with the Soundcore app. It's also using Bluetooth 5.3 for a stable connection, and it can also be used as a portable power bank to charge your devices while you're on the go. And first, taking a look at what you'll get inside of the box, the unboxing experience is pretty straightforward. You get your user manual, a USB Type-C cable for charging, so you don't need that typical larger charging brick to juice it up. And as I mentioned earlier, you do get a carrying strap and you'll get the speaker, of course. No microphone or remote is included in the box for those of you all wondering, so if you're looking for an all-around karaoke speaker, this may not be the best choice for that purpose. Battery life wise, you can get up to 20 hours worth of use on a single charge with the speaker, which really is not that bad at all considering the size and the fact that it's packing 140 watts of peak power. Just keep in mind though that if you choose to use the portable power bank feature, that is going to have an impact on the battery life that you get with the speaker overall. With the Bluetooth 5.3 connectivity, I haven't had any issues with any audio visual delay watching YouTube videos or Amazon Prime movies through either of those apps on my iOS or Android devices. And I do want to mention that if you need even more boom, you can pair several of these together wirelessly, which is always a plus. And when I've had it connected via Bluetooth, typically I could walk about 20 yards away from the speaker with my device before the connection would start to crackle and then eventually disconnect. This is about average in comparison to other similar Bluetooth speakers that I've tried, but I also did take a latency test just so that you guys have an idea of how well the audio and video sync up via YouTube while using this speaker. Let's take a look. The battery life with the A20s is impressive, as you can get up to 80 hours of total use when you include the extra charges that you'll get with the case. But if you want to know how much you'll get with the earbuds on a single charge, that's up to 14. Now those numbers are going to be achieved in the sleep mode. If you choose to use these exclusively as Bluetooth earbuds, your numbers will be closer to 10 on a charge and 55 using the case, which is still really respectable. Another thing about the Boom 2 Plus that makes it attractive, especially at the price, is the fact that it's IPX7 water resistant, which will do just fine in protecting it against liquids, so having it at the pool side or beach side will not be an issue. Now I do want to mention that you don't get a built-in microphone on the Boom 2 Plus, so you can't take or make voice calls directly from it like you can do with some other Bluetooth speakers. Now as far as the app goes, it isn't the most feature packed, but it does have the basics along with a few extras. Through it you can see the charge left on the speaker, adjust the volume, access pre-built EQs or create your own, complete firmware updates when applicable, access the user manual on the go, and choose from several different lighting modes that are customizable. Touching on the sound quality with the Boom 2 Plus, at max volume it gets way louder than I was expecting it to, especially for the size. As I think you'll be able to tell in the samples that I took, it's able to fill up a medium-sized room with sound easily, and it also kept up well with some much larger and more powerful speakers that I tested it against. With it, I did create my own custom EQ for the sound signature that I was looking for, but if you don't want to go through playing with the EQ bands, the Soundcore signature is probably a good starting point if you want a sound signature that is on the brighter and more dynamic side. But with my custom EQ set to be heavy on the highs and the bass, with the mids dialed back just a bit, this is exactly how the signature comes through with the speaker. To my ears, background instruments are easy to hear without giving off that piercing effect. Dialogue is also clearly audible without being too forward, and the bass is also impressive, especially when you toggle on the bass up feature. One thing that I will say is that it can distort some when you do push it to the max volume and you're playing something with a lot of bass thumping, so I think that you should keep this speaker at around 80% of the max volume to get the best sound. But let's go ahead and get into the sound samples so that you guys have a better idea of how this thing performs, and so that you guys have an idea of how loud it gets in comparison to other speakers. All in all, fam, the Boom 2 Plus retails for $249, but for launch it's on sale for $40 off, bringing it down to $209, which is a heck of a deal. I think it's definitely worth a look if you're looking for something that you can put in your trunk and have enough power to fill up a small to medium-sized room with sound with no issues. I'd say that overall, it's a fun but versatile speaker. The party lights on the side are nice in my opinion, and being able to customize them inside of the app is a feature that I think a lot of people will appreciate. But the most important things for me about this speaker are that it is water resistant and it also does sound great. If you like bassier speakers, this one doesn't disappoint, especially if you enable the bass up feature. It will bring out those punches and rumbles a lot more. Again, it doesn't come with a microphone or any karaoke specific controls, so if those are must-have features for you, this may not be the best choice, but for everyday listening, small parties, and just about anything else, I have no issues recommending it. Before you get on out of here, if you rock with the channel and your boy Tecmo, hit that subscribe button and knock that notification bell out so you won't miss any of my uploads. Welcome to TM Nation. Peace.